Previously on T-Man 978.
Oh, in this box, there's another Retro Trooper. In this box, there's another Retro Trooper. In this box. So, yeah.
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing Crimson Shadow Technologies Elite Praetorian. This is part of Valaverse's Action Force line, but I'm noticing there is nothing on here that says Action Force. I believe that's Action Force's logo, or maybe no, is this the Crimson Shadow logo? I don't know. I know they were definitely using that logo. I don't know the lore. But this is definitely one of the factions in that world of Action Force. Here is a close-up on that bio, so you can pause and read that. Here he is out of the packaging, and cool thing, side note. I did this pose freehand. I put the feet how I thought it should be, and then I just set it down and it just stood up. That's amazing and never usually happens. Normally I have to adjust the hips or something. But I didn't have to do that in this case, and that was cool. But I was complaining about reuse with the other Action Force figures. I can't complain about that because this is all new. Everything, all the hands, and, well, I don't know about the actual weapon accessories, but definitely everything on this guy's body, the effects pieces, and the hands. And I've never handled one of these stands before, which is an all transparent blue piece right here, but they painted it with the gunmetal, so that's extra effort. Alright, here he is all laid out. If we include all the hands that he comes with, he has 23 separate accessories. We get the 2 force field projections right here that can be attached to his arms and back. The forearms, shoulders, and his back. And as you can see, they have these little peg hole points because these accessories have accessories. We get these little ricochet things for when he's getting shot by bullets, and the bullets are just getting burnt up on the force field, which is cool. Luckily on both, the holes are in different spots on the outer ring and whatnot, so you can have them as far away or as close to the center as possible. Well, they can't be dead center because there is no dead center, but both of them look like this on the underbelly. And all of these little ricochet things look a little tad bit different. You could have all 4 on one or split it up. This pistol right here was already in his little side holster right here. It was already in there. I'm not used to that with action figures. I'm used to the gun, everything being like splayed out, and you have to put the things in yourself. He already had these extra ammo magazines right here. They are removable, and you can use them with this gun right here because this pops out. So I even included that into that accessory count. These don't have the plug-in barrels. You have to use the over the barrel blast effects if you have any blast effects. But that one's cool. You got this like SMG with the grenade launcher thing right there. This has the both types of blast effects right there. This magazine is not removable from what I can tell. And yeah, there we go with that. We also get this sword. The sword is pliable right here on that part. Most of this down here is like harder plastic, but it almost seems like one piece, but it's black gunmetal and this energy effect right there. It can plug, it has this right here, so that can plug into the back of the arms, both of them. Mostly have been trying the right side to moderate success, but I haven't tried this side yet, so we'll come back to that. Of course, we get the different hands. These hands are different. They look like robotic digits and whatnot. Of course, this is the cupping hand. We get a fist, You get the trigger hands, which were actually on him. Now the cupping and fist have the horizontal hinge, while these have the vertical. And you get a knife holding hand right there, which is also vertical hinge. And I showed the stand already, so let's get into the actual robot. This is an awesome figure. My main complaints with it isn't really the figure itself, it's just the aesthetics. Now when they first showed this, they showed, I guess, the generic design, which is black and red. When I saw that, I was like, I love that. I love that. Like, the projections are red. It all came together. It looked good. Looked like that could easily match in with your Cobra Battle Android Troopers if you wanted to, because of the color scheme. But this is like a specialized unit. From reading that bio, this guy sounds dangerous. The face kind of has some xenomorph aspects, and just the nature of it, like, I guess because it's green, it's giving off this like toxic radiation. I don't know if the other ones do the same thing, but you can't even be near this thing, because just being near it will give you permanent damage, like cancer and whatnot. So it was ironic that I was having them fight against the breast cancer awareness people. But I don't like the transparent green so much, and it's cool and messing with the little effects and whatnot, but like the blue effects with the green body kind of clashes to me, and just to the screen. I definitely want some of those black soldiers. Let's show it up close. Here is the face. Like I said, it had some xenomorphic type details to me. At least that's what it looks like to me anyway. You got the gray. It's mostly gray plastic and translucent green with some gunmetal and silver painted on top of certain areas where they don't have the actual silver plastic mixed in. Like, this seems to be translucent plastic with glued in hard plastic, if that's not painted. I want to say that's hard plastic incorporated in there to try to make the arm connection a little bit better, but I'm gonna get into that. Most of the joints are the silver plastic right there. There is some paint, even though you can't even tell because of the lighting and whatnot. Like, there's silver paint in certain areas. But I overall love the design of this thing and the articulation. If I have any gripes, let's get into this thing right here. Doesn't stay connected to the arms well at all. So yeah, I'm gonna blame that on the more pliable translucent plastic that they use right here. Some of it feels hard, but some of it is definitely gummy. And let's get into the articulation. They're doing something new where the base of the neck is actually on a ball joint. So you get tilts side to side. At least I think it's on a ball joint or some type of hinge situation, but it definitely tilts side to side and it rocks forward and back. I can't get it to turn, but it is sculpted like that, which would prevent turning. So I can't tell whether it's on a ball or whether it's actually some type of hinge situation that can shimmy side to side and hinge back. But the neck, the top of the neck is definitely on a disc hinge, so it can look up like we're used to and look down, and of course look left and right, and it should be able to still pivot with the neck. The butterfly joints are crazy, but they're a little loose, to be honest with you, but they come forward a lot. And they designed the body to crunch in such a way. But the shoulders go out, should be honestly more than 90 degrees. But we got this little soft piece. Yeah, it's a little bit over 90. Unfortunately, on this arm, this is super loose. These shoulders are crazy tight. And this one, I definitely, when I articulate it, I definitely articulate it at the joint. Because this joint is so, let me get out of zoom. The shoulder is so tight, I could end up like popping the bicep off, which is aggravating. We got that much bend right here. Swivel, of course, and like I mentioned, horizontal on the fist, vertical on the trigger hands. You got the ball at the top, ball post at the top, ball post at the bottom, so you can go back a lot, come forward a decent amount, tilt to the side a lot, and of course rotate on both areas. You got the drop down hips, can kick back, can kick forward more than 90. Because of the armor, it does bump and make you go out to the side a bit. You do get thigh rotation, but due to the armor again, it's bumping. You can bend that much. We don't have boots, but you do get an ankle swivel, thank goodness. The ankles can kick over the sculpting right there. And in the front right here, we can kick that over that. So that's a lot forward. I love it. These feet are designed where it's trying to get like the center of gravity, where the heel is huge and the toe isn't really all that long. But of course you get ankle pivot as well. If you're strategic with it, you can get both of these shield generators or shield effects in one arm right there. Now I do wish that since we got this plastic right here, maybe let me ask. I think this is all one piece and that's actually painted. But I kind of wish the forearm was a separate molded piece with this joint actually going in there, so you could actually swivel the forearm and get the shield effect where you want it to be. So I could have had it like lean down so I can really be avoiding that. But besides the arms, like I said, you can have his like back being protected. So that is really, really cool. And like I said, he is highly posable, especially with being able to push the foot forward. Forward is like so easy to get him into like good poses and whatnot. And with the ankle posability, yeah. But on my copy right here, this shoulder, that butterfly joint is crazy loose. I might be able to go in and fix that. I don't know. All right, here's a pose with him with the handgun and the blade, like on one knee. I showed him in the beginning holding this pistol or this rifle right here. And here's just another pose. It's just, if you like posing, this thing is really good. So this mold, I should say, is really, really good. And just being able to put the shield effects on it and whatnot, the possibilities are like all over the place as far as what you can do. So it's really cool. Like the butterfly joints, being able to crunch in so you can get into a pose like this, really, really good. But I'm gonna confirm that when I was thinking that this part right here is hard plastic to keep that connection together, this is all like a softer plastic. Like this is pliable. The inside of that socket is just as pliable. So when it's warm like it is right now inside of my house, yeah, this arm can just come right off, and it's freaking frustrating. So I have to be careful and do it like this every time. I hate having to do stuff like that with action figures. I just like definitely posing them. Every place else seems to be fluid with my desire besides that. Fluid probably isn't the word, but yeah. When you're doing these things off the fly, not scripted, that's what you get from me. Alright, slightly taller than my Swarm Horde guy right here. Or, Scarab? I can't remember what it's called. This guy. Here's an Arctic bat, and they're pretty much the same height. Let me move this camera over so I can actually see it's something in my way. Maybe the Arctic bat is a little tiny bit taller. Let's put them back to back. A little bit due to the head crest, but they're pretty much the same height. Here are other random things I've had on my channel recently or just period. So it's a little bit over. It's probably about 6.5 inches tall. Before I get to my final thoughts, here's something I wanted to bring up. It's funny that this closely resembles the G.I. Joe symbol, and that is the bad guy team. So I'm pretty sure that was on purpose. But yeah, this is an awesome figure to pose around, but it is definitely my copy, and I'm pretty sure it's not just my copy because Junkie Young Crafts and Bill told me that he had even worse issues than I did. But yeah, it's a little bit rough around the edges as far as this being made out of a more gummy pliable material that can pop off too easy. This knife or the bleed doesn't attach into the arm secure enough, so that will be constantly falling off, which is aggravating. I'm hoping the black version is definitely better. I don't know if it's going to be made out of the same type of material, especially since this is translucent, so things are different with that on purpose. With this guy, once you start messing with it more and posing it around, you start to ignore the color scheme, or at least I have. But to me, I'm wondering why everybody seemed like they were so pressed to get this guy, and this is the inferior color to me. I guess it's some type of exclusive, and people love jumping on that. But anyway, it's still a good figure. I like all the accessories, and I like the stuff that you can do with it. I'm not sure how you can get this. You can look it up yourself. Thank you, G Tony, again. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You